Manchester United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League on Easter Sunday, and this is the first time Wolves have ever played a fixture on Easter Sunday, which I found interesting. Now, before I get into my match preview, if you could please subscribe. I'm after 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2025, and it really helps the channel. Vitor Pereira's just done his press conference, so I'll talk about a few of the points he made in that. The main ones being injuries to our players and what sort of team we're going to play, but can Wolves make it 5 wins in a row? Obviously, we broke an historic record after beating Spurs. The first ever time Wolves have won 4 top division games in a row since the mid-70s. Since Vitor Pereira was 3 years of age. The first time ever in the Premier League era. And also, we are top of the form table. And it's just crazy, isn't it, the turnaround? If you compare the 16 games between Vitor Pereira and O'Neill, it's just night and day. Obviously down in 19th when Vitor Pereira took over, 5 points behind Leicester, and on current form, we're like 9th in the table. Just mad. It's crazy. It's crazy. And now we need to get the strongest end of the season we can, and there's a possibility we can finish 13th. And if we beat Man United Sunday, we can actually go level on points with them, which is crazy if you think how far behind we were when Vitor took over. Now, I'm sure a lot of you watched the absolutely insane Europa League tie, Manchester United versus Lyon. 4-2 down in extra time. Lyon had 10 men, and then in 5 minutes, Man United, 3 goals, a penalty from Fernandes, Maino scores, and then Harry Maguire, of all people, puts a header in right at the death. And wow, like, it's good for Wolves because all their emotions are in that competition because obviously they want to win it to get Champions League football. Their players are going to be knackered. And after the game, their manager, Amorim, said that they're probably going to start playing kids in the Premier League to concentrate on that. So that was music to my ears because, wow, if they play some of the kids Sunday, the way we're playing and the form we're in, the confidence we're playing with, and how shattered they're going to be mentally, I think we've got a big, big chance of winning this game. I think we'd be favourites even if they played their strongest team. I really do. I was actually discussing it with a few of my mates. On paper, I struggle to think what players are theirs would actually get in our Wolves team at the moment. Obviously, there's a shout for Bruno Fernandes, but then would he slot in for João Gomes or Andre at the moment? I don't know. Maybe he'd go further up for either Menezes or Bellegarde. Strikers, Xerxes, Højlund, rather have Strand Larsen at the moment. At the back, no one's getting in over Agbadou. So, yeah, goalkeepers, Anana or Sarr. Anana keeps making loads of mistakes. So, yeah, it's mad to think that the turnaround that Vitor's done, it's got me thinking that I wouldn't even have one of the Man United players in our team at the moment. And obviously, they want Cunha. They want Ait-Nouri. So, they actually want our players as well to improve themselves. But, yeah, the history of the fixture, Man United v Wolves, we have played Man United 21 times in Premier League history. Man United have won 13 of them. There's been 3 draws, and Wolves have won 5 of the 21 meetings. Wolves have lost 4 of the last 5 meetings with Man United in the Premier League, but obviously last time out in the reverse fixture, we did beat them 2-0 at Molineux in one of Vitor Pereira's first games, one of the first few, obviously, goals that day. Cunha straight off a corner, and then Hwang Hee-chan with a tap-in right at the end. And I thought we were really good that day, and even though we were quite low on confidence at the time, just as Vitor took over, I think it showed that we have actually got just as good a team as Man United. Just to quickly, briefly go on to some Vitor Pereira's points he made in his press conference. He just said that after the Ipswich win, he did get a bit worried that some of the players were a bit too relaxed, but he cut that out straight away and he got them well up for it again. And obviously we saw the performance against Spurs because of that. And yeah, he's in high spirits, he always is. He spoke a bit about the energy of the fans, and obviously he'll probably be in the pub again, won't he, if we get a win again against Man United. And I'm sure he'll be well up for this. He spoke about, obviously, Amorim being a Portuguese manager and how strong Portuguese managers are in the Premier League. So he's got a lot of respect for Amorim, as you can imagine. But let's go on now to a starting 11. And look, if everybody's fit, I'll get the team up here now. I would go the same team again. There's no point in changing a winning team. But in the press conference, Vitor Pereira did say that Bellegarde, Doherty and Hwang are doubts. They're trying to get back, but they are doubts for this game. Hwang was on the bench anyway, so he'd probably just drop out for Tommy Doyle or Guedes on the bench. But Bellegarde and Doherty. So if Doherty's injured, I think just slot Santi Bueno straight in there, because I thought he had a really good second half against Spurs when he came on. And also there's Gigo if you want to use him, but I'd personally go for Santi Bueno. If Bellegarde's injured, now it's interesting because he brought Sarabia on, didn't he, against Spurs when Bellegarde went off injured. But then you've got the Cunha debate, haven't you? For me, as much as obviously I've criticised Cunha on this channel, and just while I'm on Cunha, people have been commenting on my videos the last few, saying it's people like me and Liam Keane the reason why Cunha's leaving, because of we criticise him. It's like, come on, man. We've got the right well, this is just me personally as a Wolves fan to criticise a player when he's acting the way he's been acting on social media and off the pitch and his disciplinary record. He was leaving no matter what. So don't blame Wolves fans and content creators and journalists for Cunha leaving. That is just pathetic if you ask me. Anyway, in saying that, I probably would start Cunha over Sarabia, because I think Cunha would just destroy Man United, and I think he'd be well up for it. It'd be an audition, wouldn't it? It'd be an audition, because Man United would probably be one of the people that come in for him in the summer. So yeah, if they're injured, Santi in, Cunha in. He also said that Pedro Lima and San Johnson are completely out injured. They're not even training with the team. So yeah, don't know when they'll be back. So interesting. I don't know if you agree with my points on that one. Some of you might prefer Sarabia to start, but for me, it's Cunha. Everything else is as you can imagine. Score prediction. Now, this is with my head, and you're going to think I'm mad now, but with my head going into this, I think we were favourites no matter what team Man United started. I'm going to go Wolves 3, Manchester United 0. You might laugh at me. I don't care. That's just what I think it's going to be. I do. That's how confident I am. I hope you don't bite me in the ass, but that's how confident I am. If I go with my heart, I'm hoping that my magical score that I always bet on, 4-1 Wolves, I hope it's that. So with the 3-0, let's go Menetzi to get a goal. Let's go Strand Larsen to bag again, make it 6-5. And let's say Cunha to bag a goal, whether that's from the start or if he comes on later on. 4-1, same three scorers, Menetzi, Strand Larsen and Cunha. And then I'm going to say João Gomez pops up with a goal as well at some point in the game. Very confident, aren't I? Hope you don't bite me, as I said, but I am. I'm just really confident going into this. And yeah, comment your thoughts on all your thoughts into this fixture and your score predictions. Please like the video. Please subscribe. I'm really trying to get to that 10,000 mark. It's really appreciated. I'm really thankful for the support on the channel as well lately. I've been flying in terms of views and subscribers. I've really put my head into it lately, and it's the rewards are paying off. You know, I'm growing fast. So thank you for that. Cheers. Right, yeah. So let's hope Wolves beat Man United. I'll catch you after that game, and have a great bank holiday Easter weekend, everyone. Stay safe and come on the Wolves.